Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the little dresser tutorial. In this part we're going to decorate it and finish it up. So you're going to need a few things. Of course you're going to need some glue. You can use wet glue or hot glue. I'm going to use wet glue. You're going to need some flowers to decorate with. You're going to need some pearls or bling, whichever your choice is. I'm using these stickers to put on the sides around. You don't have to. They're Martha Stewart. They're called Pearl Garden Cherry. It's number 41-06010. See if I can make that focus for you. I noticed in the last one we didn't always get a good focus. Probably help if I turn on some of the lights, wouldn't it? There we go. Alright. So anyway, I'm going to use some of these stickers to put around the sides. I'm going to use some flowers. Now I've made these two flowers from the same paper, the Prima Lavender, that we put on front of the drawers and on the inside liner. I just made the flowers using this die. This is my favorite go-to die for flower making. It's Sizzix 558699. I do have one new one that I will sell for $10, and that includes shipping if anyone's interested. I don't want to list just one thing on eBay. It takes a lot to do a listing, so if anyone's interested in this die, let me know. This is the size here that I use to make this rose. I had a different die for this one I was trying out. It turned out okay, but I didn't like it as much as this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and use it. But anyway, if anyone's interested, $9.99, say $10 with shipping. I'm also gonna use some of these leaves I cut off of, I had a little bunch of leaves and I've glittered them. I used some spray adhesive and then just sprinkled them with glitter. I'm gonna use some of those. I'm probably going to use some of the little paper flowers. I've got them in purple and white, and I have some pink as well. And I'm just going to mix it up and put it in the little floral collage on the top. I put a dolly on the top. I've got several. I actually showed a picture to my mom. She can crochet things just by looking at them sometimes, and I'm like, Mom, can you make me some little dollies? And 2 days later in the mail I had a nice variety of little tiny dollies, all different sizes and colors. I thought these were awesome, so I'm gonna use one of these. I don't know which one yet. Thanks, Mom. And I'm going to use, these are some little puffy feathers that have an adhesive square on the back. They're real feathers, and I got a bag of them from somewhere. I don't remember where. I'm gonna see if I can find them, which one of my suppliers I got them from, because I'd like to have some in pink, but it's about, well, let's lay it down and see. If you measure end to end of the flowers, it's probably about 4 inches altogether total. They say 2 inches in the paperwork, in the paper that it's on, but it don't tell me which place I got it at. But anyway, I'm gonna use one of these. I use these sometimes instead of ribbons or bows. I might incorporate some of this lavender eyelash trim to match the tassels on the front. In the original one, I actually put these little appliques here and here, and I use some here. I don't know if I'm gonna put that on yet. I haven't decided, but I had used this lace, and I had the lace with the leaves. I don't have any more of it, but I had ordered it off of eBay. It was like 99 cents or $1.19 a yard, and I ordered 1 yard of a bunch of different kinds. I wish I had ordered a lot more. I wasn't sure how it was going to be when I got it, but it did turn out really nice. And then on this one, I put a stack of love letters. Let me see if you can see. I put this little stack of love letters that I made. I just made 3 little tiny envelopes, and I decorated them with some lace and put a flower collage on them. But it kind of blends, so I want to put something a little bit different on this one. And I've got a couple things, but I haven't decided what I'm going to use. I have these little wood books that I had, and I glued those together, and I might use those up there. I'm going to put a little sticker up here. There was one that said love, make it look like the spine of a book, but I got this little stack of books I might use. I also have a bunch of miniature stuff. This is a little floral frame, a rose heart frame that you could actually put a picture in, and I could put a picture of a vintage lady in it, or a vintage man, something like that. I might use that. I have this, it looks like just a mirror that you would use, and then it got stuff stacked on it or something. And then I have this is one of my little miniatures. It's a metal like bowl or something, like they set on the dresser to put their hairbrushes and stuff like that in a long time ago. I'll take it out of the bag so you can see it, but it's just a miniature. You could use any kind of miniature that you have. I also attempted to make a lamp. I'm not sure if I'm really liking the way this came out or not. I took some wood pieces and I made this little lamp. This is a flower pot, and it's just this is flat circle here. This is the actual piece I used for this, and I painted it and put some gold on it, but I used this and I put a flat piece on the bottom. I don't have another circle. This is an oval, but I just glued it like that. And then the flower pot, this one's a little bit smaller. I used a little bit bigger one, but that's how I made the lamp, and I painted it, and I think it's kind of cute, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how everything looks up there. I might put a lamp in the books, or the lamp in the picture frame, or I might just put the books. I don't know. But anyway, you can decorate yours any way you want to. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we have put our drawers in our little dresser, and we've got all the little tassels on front of them. The drawers are pretty much finished. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stencil on the sides. I hope you can see this. Yeah, I use modeling paste for the sides, and I did all 3 sides. You can see up in here on this dresser, I did all 3 sides here with the modeling paste and the stencils. Now the stencil that I'm using is just a stencil that I got from Dollar Tree, and mine looks pretty pathetic right now because it started tearing, but I can still use it. But it's one similar to this. It's just got some swirl designs in it. I got it at Dollar Tree. The one that I actually got is just swirls. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell or not, but mine started tearing because I used it on the other one and I put it back down on the plastic, and I think I put it on the wrong side of the plastic. So I'm having to kind of piece it together to use it. I like this one better than the other one that I got, so I'm just piecing it together and using it. I'm going to go ahead and do the back and show you how I do it, and then we'll have to let it dry, or you can use your heat tool. I prefer not to use the heat tool on mine, just because I can't find mine. I have to dig it out honestly. But anyway, So we're going to just line it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's because you're going to put other stuff on top of it. I mean, you're just putting a little bit of texture on it. So, have y'all figured out I'm a messy scrapper? I kind of am. But anyway, let's see, I was piecing this back and it looked alright earlier. I may have to pick it up and put it back. But I'm using modeling paste. I'm sure you can use any kind of texture cream or stuff that you have. This is Brie Reese Glossy Dimension Modeling Paste. And it comes in white, gold, silver, and some other colors. That's the colors that I have. But I'm just taking my little knife that I have and putting a little bit on it, and I'm just smearing it over the stencil. And just putting enough on there to leave a little bit of design on the dresser. I kind of go both different ways to try to fill it all in. And like I said, if your stencil's like mine and it tore up and stuff, it's just as long as you get a little bit of design on there, it's really not going to matter that much because we're going to put other things. And I'll just pick mine up and move it. These are adhesive stencils. I kind of wish they weren't adhesive. I think they wouldn't tear up as easy if they weren't adhesive. But just make sure you get good coverage and get everything filled in real good. My stencil's got a wrinkle right there. And then we're going to pull the stencil up. Try to without messing everything up. The stencil's a little too adhesive, I think, because it really sticks. Of course, I'm going to tear it some more. I think while I got it down right here, I'm going to try to go ahead and put some right here. And then I'll move it around and do this little piece that I don't get. And right there where your two join together, I like to kind of try to fill that in so it fills in that crack a little bit. I guess this is where the multimedia part comes in. Just gonna go ahead, wherever it's sticking down, go ahead and get it on there. This leaves a good pattern on there. I like the pattern that it leaves. I just don't like how sticky the stencil is. So let me try again to pull the stencil up, and maybe I can do it without totally mutilating it. I still need to do one more side. I don't do the top because the top gets covered by doilies and stuff. I just do the three sides. Yeah. I may have to go get another stencil. This one's not liking me today. I like this modeling paste. It don't smear too bad if it's just barely touched. If the stencil accidentally touches it, sometimes you might need to help it along there. It's sticking a little too hard. So you can see the design that it's leaving. It's kind of good that you leave a corner because you're going to have to hold it down while you're trying to get the stencil up. Come on, stencil. I think this is the hardest part to the whole thing right here, is trying to get the stencil up. Okay. And that don't look too bad. Looks pretty good. I see a little tiny smudge mark. Can you see? Alright. Now, this corner that's still hanging in there, I'm just going to kind of put it right here and smear it a little bit on there. Again, we're going to cover it up with some stickers and stuff, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Just want a little bit here and there. That's good. And then I've already done this side here so I could show you, so I'm gonna have to stand it up to do it. I don't think you're gonna be able to see, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the modeling paste on this side here, and then I'm gonna let it dry, and then when we come back we will decorate the top, and then we will be finished. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and fight with my stencil, and I'll be back. Okay, so we got our little dresser, our drawers are done. We have stenciled on the side the little design and everything, and this box didn't come together as close as the other one did, so I'm gonna hide it with some trim or ribbon or something. I have this lace here that I actually ordered from China when I got the rest of it. I may take it and go around the edges, but I'm also going to hide some of it with the stickers that I'm going to put on there. So we'll see when we get to that part. I kind of have a tendency to change things up a lot as I go, so that's why I showed you a variety of things that we could use. First of all, I'm going to put my stickers on the side. I just kind of randomly put them, and I tend to put them where I think there might be a mess up or it don't look quite right. So let's see, they're all about the same, they just go one way or the other. So I'm just going to kind of stick this one here and stick another one over here. I think this kind of gave it, I don't know, a little bit of a shabby oriental look maybe. And I'm going to put those there. On the back here, let me see what I did back here. I don't think I'm going to put the big leaves like I did on the last one. Now see, right up in here it kind of looks like it was messed up a little bit, and up in here, so I'm just going to kind of stick it over it where you can't tell that well that it was messed up. It makes it look like it was meant to be that way. Maybe put this one like this, and I actually have 2 packs of these. That's what I used on the last one, so and I think I'm going to put one right across, well, maybe like this. If I put the lace across there, I don't want the flower messing it up. I might move this one over. No, I'm going to leave that one right there. Maybe put this one like this. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can do it just about any way you want to. Normally I would put it there because there's a mess up right there, but I'm going to put a lace or something over that, so I'm not going to cover that up. Okay, so fix my little tassels. Alright, so we got our stickers on. These stick pretty good. I didn't really need to use any glue or anything with them. They work pretty well, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Trying to think some kind of lace I might have that's a little shabby looking that might look cute going around there. This would probably look cute. This is another one that I got from China when I ordered 1 yard of a bunch of different ones. Yeah, I actually like that because it's got a little bit of a dangle and the flowers on there. I think that looks cute. I think I'm going to use that. And what I'm going to do is I really, like I said in the other video, I really like this wet glue. It's a lot like hot glue without the burn. And I apologize for my sniffles. I have really bad sinuses, y'all. I'm just going to take and make a line of glue. Try to get the string off. And I'm going to put my lace right on top of the seam there where they join. And this is a way to kind of cover it up where you can't tell it's two boxes, hopefully. And I'll cut that edge off here in just a minute. I'm going to continue around and kind of put it in the seam, but I'm also going to put it right on the edge of the box so it'll catch onto the lace. And I'm just going to... I'm so sorry. My camera, actually my phone, was full. My memory was full, so it stopped recording. And I kept on crafting, not knowing because I can't see the top of my phone while I'm recording. So I'm going to show you what part I got to. I'm sorry about that. I actually got the lace completed and I trimmed off the edges here and here. And then I started on the top. I actually glued down the doily first. I put the leaves dangling over the side. I'll rearrange those once I get all the flowers on there. And I put the glue in and I put these two roses, this little rose here that I was actually gifted in a swap from Cheryl in the embellishment box swap. And I added the feather that I showed you earlier. So that's where we are right now. And I'm just going to continue building up the flower collage that I'm making. And one of the things that I forgot to show you in the beginning, I have some of these that I got, I think, at Hobby Lobby out of the wedding section. It's just some little gems on some little wire. I'm going to use a piece of this time and put in there. And I'm just going to use one. I'm going to have to pull them apart here. Let me see. Here, I think I'll use this one. Alright. I just took one out of the bunch, and it's just some little wire. They're lavender, and I thought they would go cute in there and kind of help pull some of the lavender into it. but I don't need this long of a wire, but I still need to leave a little bit on there because I needed the glue to have something to attach onto. So I'm going to, and excuse my nails, y'all, I messed them up after I painted them, but I'm going to take and bend the wire up and just twist it, and that's going to give the glue something to hold on to. And then I'm just going to cover it with the wet glue. And I'm just going to kind of stick it down in here and try not to mess up my feathers too much. If you get a lot of glue on the feathers, they'll stick up and won't look pretty. And then I'm just going to kind of separate them apart so they'll be throughout everything. And then I'm going to stick these flowers here. They are the Paper Studio La Petites, the little purple flowers. I'm going to use some of those. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby too. And even though I've stickled up my big flowers, and even though these have stickers on them, I'm also going to put a little bit of wet glue to make sure they stay. But even though the big flowers have a lot of glitter on them, I'm not going to worry about putting a bunch of glitter on my little flowers until I get everything done. And then I'll come back and I'll put the stickles on it. But I'm just going to stick a couple of these around and kind of just fill up some of the gaps in the collage. And I want to kind of bring the purple out. I'll stick one right here. Again, excuse my sinuses. I have terrible sinuses. I hate to keep sniffling. Okay, and this one I'm going to stick over here in this little corner. I'm just pulling the feathers back as I stick the flowers in there, and then after I get all the glue and everything, I'll kind of tuck the feathers in with the tweezers. I'm going to stick 1 or 2 pink ones on there, not a lot. I just want it to be a purple, pink, and white collage. So let's do this one kind of up here. And again, this one doesn't have glitter, but I'll stickle it up once I get everything together. This flower here, I'm going to take and twist the wire up, and that's going to give the glue something to hold on to. Let me pinch that a little bit. I'm going to fix my nails today, y'all. They're awful. I fixed them yesterday and I didn't wait for them to dry and I messed them all up. So anyway, I'm going to stick this little wire. I'm going to kind of raise this rose up and kind of push it all the way in there. So this will be kind of on the top there. And then maybe one more pink one or a purple one. Another purple one. And see, as you move it around, the feather kind of works its way around the little wires on the gems. So it works out and looks pretty good. Here, I'm just going to kind of tuck under here. See, from the front, this side is looking pretty good. I kind of need this one to stand up a little bit more, so I'm going to kind of pull it, tilt it a little bit. This little flower here to kind of camouflage it and hold it up. And I think that's going to be good on that. Now I'm going to take my tweezers that don't have glue all over them, if I can find them. Here they are. And I'm just going to kind of go and tuck in the feathers just a little bit so it doesn't cover up all the flowers. Looks pretty good like this, actually. I may not have to tuck it in too much at all. Kind of bend my wires around on my little gems so those kind of go around. Alright, let's take that back under the flower. Okay, now I think I'm going to put my little stack of books on this one. I think that'll look cute. I'm just going to put that on the corner. And got to find a new sticker for the top little book. Glue that right there. Going to find me a sticker for that top little book. It has to be a very small sticker. Let's see here. Wonder. Okay, that one's gonna go on it. Okay. I have this little word thing here that I'm going to try to find a sticker small enough. I had one on it and it had come off. So let's see. What about memory? That could be a good book name. Let's see if that'll fit on there. It's too big. Okay, I'm gonna have to either print one or find one on another sheet. The only thing left to do is I'm gonna add one of my stick pins that I've made. I'll have to do another video on how I make the stick pins, but I'm just gonna take this one and I'm gonna stick it in here, and I'm kind of out of frame, aren't I? I'm gonna stick it in here and try to catch some of the glue and stuff in the back and just stick it in here. These longer pins are actually made from the Tim Holtz line. The regular corsage pins are 2 inches like this. The Tim Holtz, I didn't measure them, but they are much longer, if you can see. But I like the Tim Holtz better. I think I'm going to use those from now on. But anyway, I've stuck my stick pin in there, and I got my gems, got my flowers, got my little books, and we're pretty much done now. Move my glue, get it out of the way. But here it is completed. With the exception of the little sticker that goes on the top book right here. It wasn't done drying. but I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna put that sticker on. One quick thing I forgot, didn't realize until I started doing the pictures for the thumbnail for the video, the flat back pearls that we showed, you're just going to take those and put right around the edge of the top of the dresser. Just take those and put those there. You could actually put them on before you put anything else, but I don't like to waste material, so I wait and put them on where they'll be seen and not covered up. Anyway, that's the last thing there, and then we'll be all done. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Please remember to subscribe and like and share. I'd really appreciate it. And I have some other things coming up that I think you'll enjoy as well. So I'm gonna have some more tutorials, and I'm also gonna have the challenge giveaway that I talked about soon. So everybody like, subscribe, and have a crafty day. Goodbye.